Discouragement. Stretch your legs only as far as your blanket reaches. Don't take a big bite or you'll choke. No bird ever soared high without eventually falling as it flew. And many other phrases you might hear when you try to soar in the sky of your ambitions, far from the depths where those around you remain. There are so many discouragers around us, often without even realizing it, and their motives may be to protect us from failure or exhaustion, or fear that we might drift away from them, or become too busy for them. Perhaps their motives are not so pure, like jealousy, ill will, or other reasons. Don't pay attention to their motives. That's their business. What matters is that we don't let it affect us. It is said that there were 100 frogs who agreed to climb a building they saw in the distance. They set a grand prize for the first winner. Indeed, the race began after they reached the base of the building, but when they saw how big it was, some of them backed out. Then they started to undermine the determination of those who remained. They said, "It's better for us to sit in the lounge. Why bother with all this effort? Let's sit, drink algae juice, and jump around for fun." We're being logical. Don't become victims of your own dreams. Anyway, the race started with 6 frogs. The competition intensified, and the 5th frog looked at the frog sitting below, watching the algae juice being passed around. So he said to the 4th frog, "And then, if we win, what's going to happen? I think I'd rather sit down there with the guys. It's better for me." The 5th frog kept tempting the 4th frog until they both decided to go down and enjoy sitting together. The excitement and competition intensified among the remaining 3. The 1st and 2nd are much more advanced than the 3rd. He looked at them and thought to himself, "It's over for me. I won't be able to win." After that, he also decided to withdraw. The race between 1st and 2nd was intense. The other frogs got involved, cheering and shouting encouragement. The 2nd frog was delighted by their support and was moved by their cheers. He raised his hand to greet them, but the poor thing fell. The 1st frog was left alone. He kept going and going and going until he reached the top of the building. After he reached the top of the building, he caught his breath and began to gaze around, enjoying the view and breathing in the fresh air up high. Then he raised his hands to his ears and took out the cotton from them. He had blocked his ears so he wouldn't hear what others were saying around him and be influenced by them. A person is influenced by those around him, and as Ibn al-Qayyim says, habits are contagious. Whoever sits with a group of people and spends a lot of time with them will inevitably pick up a trait they frequently display or a word they often repeat. A person follows the religion of his close friend. So let each of you consider whom he befriends. Allah Almighty addresses his Prophet saying, "And keep yourself patient by being with those who call upon their Lord morning and evening, seeking his face." Notice the word "be patient" in the context of good companionship and sincere company. Do not look for what you want, but rather for what benefits you, even if it is difficult. And when sitting with such people, you need to strive against yourself to be patient with them. Interacting with distinguished, successful, and righteous people is the best way to help elevate yourself to higher ranks. By nature, a person adopts the behavior of those around him and is influenced by them. Success is a contagion that spreads quickly, and so is failure. So reconsider your relationships. They might be your greatest support, or perhaps, without meaning to, they could be your greatest source of discouragement. A single word, like "may God make things easy for you," or similar phrases, could steal your dream forever or break your spirit instantly. People, when receiving messages from those around them, fall into 3 categories. There is the stone-minded person who accepts neither truth nor falsehood, and there is the sponge-minded person who absorbs everything around him, and the glass-minded person, through whom words pass without settling. He sees them with his clarity and deflects them with his strength. Those who do nothing are bothered when others take action. So do not be surprised by discouragement and do not accept it. Close your ears to them, turn your back on them, and seek your Lord's help against them. And live in peace with your dream. Peace.